Hello everyone, and welcome to the lesson on simplifying rational expressions and determining when a rational expression is undefined. So there's two things we're going to look at. Now, as far as rational expression, it is an algebraic fraction, okay? As you can see by these here, okay? Algebraic fractions. And remember, you cannot divide by 0, all right? So let's look at how do we find out what value of x makes the fraction undefined. Because remember, dividing by 0 is undefined. If you put in your calculator 2 divided by 0, you get an error. It tells you it's undefined. Okay, so simply you take the denominator, only the denominator. Nobody cares about the numerator. Doesn't matter. So when x is 0, it's undefined. Every other value in the domain is good. Number 2. X plus 2 equals 0. So when x is negative 2, you get a 0 denominator. Anything else is a good value. 3x plus 1. Subtract the 1. Divide by 3. So when x is negative 1/3, that fraction is undefined. Okay? And the last one. 6x squared plus 3x equals 0. Go back to what we did on factoring. Your greatest common factor is 3x. And leaves you with 2x plus 1. Alright? Set each factor equal to 0. 3x equals 0. 2x plus 1 equals 0. Divide both sides by 3. X is 0. Subtract the 1 and divide by 2. So this one has two values of x that cause you to be undefined. When x is 0 or x is negative 1/2. Alright? So let's go ahead to this. How do we simplify a rational expression? Don't forget the classwork up here. Okay? Don't forget that classwork. Oh, hang on. Don't forget the classwork. Alright, so simplifying a rational expression. You need to factor both numerator and denominator, then divide out what divides out. So let's take a look at this one. Scroll down a little bit. So 8a plus 16. 8 is your greatest common factor. Gives you a plus 2 over 12a. Well, you can't divide out those a's because this is part of a binomial that you cannot rip apart. That's why we factor things. We take them from a sum of terms to a product of terms. You can't simplify the 8 over 12. The common factor here is 4, so that becomes a 2. That becomes a 3. And it's 2, a plus 2 over 3a, and that's as simplified as you're going to get. Okay? Let's take a look at this one. You can simplify the 12 and the 3. That divides out with a 1. That's a 4. X divides into itself once, and you get an x on the bottom. Y divides into itself once, and you get a y over there. This simplifies to 4y over x. Okay? You've got to remember y squared over y. What are you doing with the exponents, right? So let's take a look at this last one. 8x squared, you can't really do anything with that. But look at the numerator. The greatest common factor is 8x squared. And when you divide that out, you have 2x plus 1 left. 2x plus 1. Okay? The 8x squareds divide into each other once. You have to remember we're dividing, and when you divide, you don't get a 0. They divide into each other once. So you wind up with 2x plus 1 over 1, or just 2x plus 1. So this is the lesson on undefined rational expressions and simplifying rational expressions. Hopefully this was review. So this lesson, as just about every other lesson, was brought directly to you from my dining room table.